2016, Bill Goldberg comes back, and it's a pretty damn good redemption thing that he did about 7 years ago now. That was pretty big for him.
Yeah.
He seemed like a different guy. He had a different feeling about wrestling and life and everything. He had a child, he had a son. And
there it is.
And he came back and kicked ass.
He came back. He came out and said it, right? He wore his feelings on the seat. He wanted to show his son what he had done, what people recognized him for. Let's face it, Bill had TV shows. He had car shows. Bill's been in movies. Bill's done other things. But he wanted to show his son. And so that's a great motivator. And the time away, and I always feel like the time away we spend away from the business makes us smarter to the business. So if you get a chance to go back in, now you can handle things differently, and you're motivated. And the reaction, it was enough motivation, because that was a great return.
Yeah. Trying to look up something here, but just need to make sure I look it up before the end. Obviously, the Hall of Fame, hands down, he was first ballot Hall of Famer. When it's all said and done, what, to you, if you could define it, do you think Bill Goldberg's legacy will be known as a wrestler?
Intense. He was a machine. I mean, he made a statement from day one. He made a statement, and he kept that his whole career. He was known. There was no changing of the persona. There wasn't like Sting changed his face paint, changed his hair, went to the Crow thing, went to this. Hogan, NWO, good Hogan, Savage. All these guys did things to reinvent themselves. He maintained who he was his whole career. And the way he started was the way he finished.
Yeah.
I think
I don't want to say that he doesn't.
His legacy is this simple. Goldberg. That's his legacy. One word defines this guy and who he is. You don't need anybody who follows this sport, whether they follow it now or they go back and look at it. There's no explanation needed when you hear Goldberg.
Universally known.
Yeah.
He obviously has made a lot of money since he's come back too. He had a great match, I thought, at WrestleMania with Brock Lesnar. That sort of redemption match, right?
Yeah.
It was such a short match, but it was perfect for what it needed to be for him to win. It was
simple.
It was perfect. It was simple. The intensity showed, because both guys are extremely intense, perfectly executed, and that's like a redemption match for the one of the worst matches. When I think of, that's actually one of the worst matches.
Yeah.
But redemption's there. Bill Goldberg is hands down a Hall of Famer. And like I just said, he's continued to make quite a bit of money coming in and out the last several years. Saudi Arabia, randomly with Drew McIntyre. Bill Goldberg's had a significant ending to his career as an aged individual in wrestling terms. So hands down to him there.
Yeah, you have to appreciate, and even at the later points with Saudi and everything else, you have to appreciate his willingness to put himself out there and to get himself in the shape he's gotten himself in to come back. He didn't cover up. He didn't hide. He didn't change anything. He's been Bill the whole time. And so it's nice to see it happen that way, because there's ebbs and flows in every career, but it's nice to see it end that way. And I don't know if his goal was ever to get into the WWE Hall of Fame, but I think he's accomplished everything he set out to do. And that's where you got to take your hat off to him, because if he said he was going to do it and put his mind to it, he did it. Whether people liked it or not, whether you agreed with it, whether you legitimately had heat with him in the back or you didn't like him as a person, the man put his nose to the grindstone and did what he set out to do. To me, that's the definition of a Hall of Fame career.